All right, so Miriam from Washington wants to know about disaster preparedness, solar cooking, any new developments in water purification. First of all, I have to tell you, I don't know if you understand or appreciate the power that you have as subscribers to my YouTube channel. I don't ever try to promote subscribers. I think subscribers will come if I put out good content. I work very, very hard on doing that. Because there are 100,000 plus subscribers to my YouTube channel, I am able to secure promotions and discounts and deals that you normally can't get, won't get. And I'm also able to find out things before they're launched to give you a heads up. You guys have been really good about taking advantage of these things. I know often when I put up a link to an Amazon product, within 2 or 3 hours, Amazon will be sold out of the product. And so I appreciate the trust. That's why I'm very careful about what I promote and recommend. One thing that is going to be ending is the Solovar Sport Solar Oven promotion. That will be going back up to the $270 price. Right now, it's $239. There's the link there. That is my affiliate link. And we'll talk about affiliate links here in a bit when we talk about my home business. And so I will get credit when you order through that link. But that sale ends the end of this month. So come January, that's going to go back to the $270 price. $270 is a great price. I bought both my ovens at $270. What did you buy? Did you buy yours at $270?
I got mine a long time ago, over $300.
Ben said he paid over $300 for his. Getting it for $239 is the lowest advertised price I have ever seen them available. So when I talked to the manufacturer last week, they said they will be going back to $270. So take advantage of that if that is something that interests you, and that is being able to cook your food without using any power other than the sun. When you come to my YouTube channel, the first video that plays, and it has been playing for 2 to 3 years, is my review of the Berkey water filter. I have done a lot of research, a lot of time, a lot of money in water purification. And there are good units out there. I own a Berkey water purifier and filter. Ben owns a Berkey. Rachel owns a Berkey. My eldest son owns a Berkey. I'm sitting over here at Rachel's house and she's got a Berkey sitting on her kitchen counter right there. That's our go-to water filter and purifier. There are others that come up. I can't vouch for their lab or their facilities, but I know that Berkey is tried and true. They are the manufacturer. They take care of the quality control. And we have had no problems with any of our friends or family or anybody that we know of who've purchased a Berkey. They've just been absolutely great. So I have been promoting them for years and telling people to go find the best price you can. I finally contacted Berkey a few months ago and I said, hey, I have probably sold thousands of these units for you. I need to be able to get the best price for my subscribers. So I signed up as a distributor, and I cannot advertise the pricing that I will sell it to you for because they won't allow me to. But my sister, she got a couple of her friends together, they placed an order, and they saved over $300 off what they would have paid buying elsewhere. So if you are interested in getting, in my opinion, the best water filtration and purification system on the planet for the absolute lowest unadvertised price, send me an email to berkeygroupbuy@gmail.com. I will send you my pricing. I can only do this via email. If this pricing gets posted on social media or somewhere, I will lose my dealership. With 3 or more units, so talk to your kids or your neighbors or family members, church group, whatever, we will get drop ship the entire order to one location, free of cost, and you will get an absolute screaming price on your water filtration system. So if that helps you, that's why I'm doing it. That is my affiliate link, and so I will be doing it as a dealer, and that will also help support my channel here on YouTube. All right, so Brian from New York asks, what about bartering? There may be a time in our life, I know there was in our grandparents' life and in my mother's life during the Depression, that bartering was standard. This question has crossed my mind for several years. I've tried to ask myself, what is it that somebody else might have that I would want? And I decide what that might be, and then I get it. And so I try to put myself in an independent position where I'm not in need of somebody else. Now, obviously, I'm not a midwife, And obviously, I'm not a dentist, but there are things that I would barter for. As far as bartering, what is it that they have that you would need? And my recommendation would be get it now, so you don't have to give up something that you need for something else that you need that has a higher value later on. I tell you that I think the thing that will be the greatest value in bartering is food. Just look at world history and find out what people have wanted the most. Just think whenever there's an emergency, what are people going for? They're going for food, they're going for water, and they're going for batteries. Those three things just fly off the shelves. Second question Brian has is chickens and animals for food on a small plot, 1 to 2 acres. I've got 2.3 acres. My wife raised chickens this year, and when she told me she was getting 13 chickens, I told her I am not raising livestock. We had 13 chickens. They turned out to be 12 roosters and 1 laying hen. So she feeds them gourmet, organic, homemade feed, and those are probably $80 eggs that we're eating. However, so it's up to you depending on what you want to do. Of course, if things go really bad, you'll need to have some pretty good security to make sure that your chickens and your animals aren't being taken away at night from your property. But I know that there are different churches that have missionaries teaching people how to grow food. One thing I thought was very interesting is that they have found, many of them have found, is that quail and snails are the fastest growing source of food that you can have. Because quails within just weeks will be laying eggs and you can be eating them. And snails, we're talking about big fat, what do they call those kind of snails that you eat at a restaurant?
Escargot?
Escargot, yes, thanks. Escargot snails. So between those two, you can grow food pretty quickly and very inexpensively without having to mix any kind of special gourmet foods for them. Something to consider. How to make a living, search engine optimization. Okay, so we're going to talk about that right now. I do have on my YouTube channel a playlist called Online Home Business. I have 3 videos in there that kind of give you an idea of how I make a living. And I've been working from home for probably as long as you guys can remember.
At least 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. 1998, full-time at home, huh? That's right, 1998. Exactly. I have not missed 1 basketball game, 1 soccer game, 1 recital, whatever it is. I've been able to attend all of them, and it's wonderful. But what I do, and Ben and Rachel do, is we do search engine optimization, and we use a program. Actually, it's not a program. It's a study course, on search engine optimization called Google Sniper. And I started doing that several years ago after spending lots and lots of money trying other things. And this was very inexpensive. It worked. It was totally confusing to me when I got started because I didn't understand anything about it. But I wanted to be able to sell things online and not have to deal personally with customers and inventory and so forth. And so this is what this course from George Brown taught me. It's evolved now. They have Google 3.0 to kind of update as the internet has changed, but the mechanics have not changed at all. We still do the same thing. There's one video that I do not have on YouTube, and that's the first link there. It's the LDSPrepper.com/GS video. And that is a literal step-by-step, over-the-shoulder. I show you how I find products, and I show you how I find clients. And so in a very quick matter of time, actually within days, if you're doing local SEO, search engine optimization for businesses, you can be profitable literally within days, less than a week. Now you sign up a client, you go through the course, you understand what you need to do, get that client's website so it shows up on the first page of the search engines, and they're paying you whatever you charge them on a monthly basis. I know some people charge $400 a month, some people charge $2,000, some people charge $4,000, $10,000 a month, depending on your client and what you're doing for them. So I would highly recommend you take a look at that video, LDSPrepper.com/GS video, for a literal step-by-step. I do not hide anything. I show you exactly, very, very precise on exactly what I do. And I'll give you some example of my websites. It's been 2 years, 3 years since I've done any updates on them, and they are still on the first page, multiple listings on the first page of the search engines, and it's still making me money. To get the course, it's called Google Sniper. There's my affiliate link, LDSPrepper.com/Google Sniper, and that's where you buy the course. The course is $47. They have some upsells. They call one-time offers, or OTOs. The first one-time offer is Sniper Elite Pack. It's $187. I do not recommend that you buy that. You're free to buy it. They have a 6-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. It's ironclad. You will get your money back if you request it within 60 days. I did buy it, and I didn't find that it was necessary, so I got my money back on that. The second one-time offer is Super Elite Pack, which is 50% off the normal price, which is $97. I do not recommend that either. I did not find that at all necessary. It kind of takes you off into different avenues, which you don't really need. The third one-time offer is over-the-shoulder videos for $97. I highly recommend that. I'm a visual learner, and by me actually being able to watch the videos was very, very helpful. Now, when you buy Google Sniper, you'll get a free 30-day subscription to their bi-weekly training webinars. They're online every 2 weeks, and you can watch the first month of seminars absolutely free. And if you want to continue with that, then you don't have to do anything, and they will charge you, I think it's $39 or $47 a month for that subscription, sort of like being subscribed to DirecTV or what, other kind of a membership site. If you don't want to continue with that subscription, then you just cancel it. You will be getting emails from them on Predator. Ben is already shaking his head. We all bought this. I think it was $800 when we bought it. Do not buy that software. Sorry, George. If you're offended, that's too bad. Do not buy that software. We found no real application. It has not ever really worked to my satisfaction, so I don't recommend it. That is the foundation to our online business. Oh, and you will need hosting for your websites. I absolutely love HostGator. We all three use HostGator for our hosting, and highly recommend them. So that there's a link there. I'm going to turn the mic over to my daughter, Rachel. All right, so Rachel, how long have you been doing the Google Sniper program?
I started doing Google Sniper at the beginning of 2012. That's when I really got into it.
And what were you doing at that time? You were at school, right?
No, I was working in the mental illness field, social work job, and working over 40 hours a week, living paycheck to paycheck, working my butt off just to pay my bills. And I was sick and tired of living like that and decided that I needed supplemental income. And in 2012, I decided that that was the year I was going to get out of debt. So I asked my dad to help me learn internet marketing.
And so what was that process like? How did you get started? What did you do?
I started watching all the training videos. I watched them several times to get a feel for them. I was taking notes and reviewing my notes, and then started applying everything that I was learning. I think within the first month, I earned $300. And that was really exciting for me. It was $300 that I didn't have before, and so I continued working really hard. I worked my job full-time, and then I came home and I did internet marketing full-time. Didn't have a life. That's all I did was work. By my birthday in August, I became completely debt-free and have been since.
I remember that day. That was an exciting day.
Very exciting.
Debt-free after paying for college.
Mm-hmm.
Had you bought a house yet?
I hadn't bought a house, but after I got out of debt, 2 months later, I bought the truck of my dreams, paid in full.
Exciting, wasn't it?
Very exciting. And my sister-in-law during that process had shared with me a quote that said, if you don't build your dream, someone else will hire you to help build theirs. And in that moment, I decided I will never work for somebody else, and have been self-employed and love being my own boss. Waking up, rolling out of bed in my pajamas, and getting right to work.
So you probably put quite a bit of time in at the beginning. About how much would you say on average a day are you putting in now, or average a week?
Now between 10 and 20 hours a week. Whereas before, when I first started, I was doing 40 plus hours.
So it's either part-time or part-time is what you're doing at it right now. That's it, because you don't have a full-time job. You're not doing anything else other than camping and home remodeling and playing and so forth. Okay, good. Well, thanks. Ben, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. By the way, we don't want to bore you with this. We had lots and lots of questions on this, and so I thought we'd cover it. If this isn't interesting to you, give us a 2. If it's interesting to you, give us a 1. What are you saying there, Ben?
We are 90% ones.
Before you went on your mission, we had sat down and we had talked to you about internet marketing. You kind of played with it between playing, what was it?
Just video games.
Video games. Then you came back from your church mission from Mexico. You got engaged, and all of a sudden you became really serious in being a provider.
I knew I wanted to do internet marketing because I had seen the success you could have with it. I don't think it was 5 days after getting home from my mission, I said, Dad, what do I need to do to learn this? And you said, do Google Sniper. And you made me read everything once with no notes, and then a second time with notes, and then a third time for good measure. And then I did the same with all the videos. And it was about 6 months until I really started making a good income with it, but it was definitely worth it. The first few sites didn't make a ton of money, but they made a little bit to prove the concept. I remember it was exactly 6 months off my mission. It was the weekend before my wedding, and I made over $300 in one day. And it just blew my mind. And I kept growing and growing from there. And so it really does work, but sometimes it does take a lot of time.
I remember you texting us or calling us when you were on your honeymoon in Florida saying, I just made it some more, I just made some more. It was pretty exciting. As a new husband and provider, you knew that you could provide for your family.
Exactly.
And you're quite the entrepreneur, and you've done very, very well for your family.
Yeah, it's allowed me to do what I want to do since I've been home from my mission. I've pretty much just been working for myself and doing whatever I want to do.
Yeah. And you've been able to use the money from your Google Sniper websites to fund other projects and ventures. Okay. One thing I want to ask Rach, did this all make sense to you when you get started?
It was basically step by step for me. Follow this, click here, do that, and following that several times before I become comfortable enough and could kind of venture out and do tests here and out there to see what would work or what didn't work and so forth. So the step by step to help me get a basic understanding and foundation was what helped me the most.
Okay. So you started this basically 3 years ago?
2012, yeah.
Okay. How did you do last year? Did you make more than $20,000 last year?
Yes.
More than $50,000? You doing this part-time?
Part-time,
Make
yes.
more than $70,000 last year? I don't want to get too personal. But I did see your tax return. Did you make over $100,000 as a part-time, work in your pajamas, stay at home, play when you want?
Yes, I broke $100,000 last year.
Wow, that's so cool. How was last month, November 2015, compared to November 2014?
I made more this November than I did last November.
And how are you doing this month in December?
I made twice as much this December as I have last December.
Is that because you worked twice as hard, you put up twice as many websites?
Nope, I've just been doing the same thing that I've always been doing, working the same consistent hours. I'm comfortable with my income right now, and so I'm not working 40 hours a week on it. But if I wanted to increase my income, I can definitely work more.
That is a big advantage, isn't it? If you want more money, you simply put up more websites, right?
Yep.
Are you making the majority of your money off of websites that you put up 2-3 years ago?
Yes.
So you've done the work once and you're getting paid year after year, month after month.
Yes. Yep.
Love those big deposits. It's what we do. It's what we enjoy. If there's something you want to do, the links are there.